Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 11 of the Caouette Circus. As you can probably see, we're short a team member today. He's on an overdue vacation, also known as a sleepover at a friend's house. So we didn't want to disrupt our schedule and decided to do it without him. This week, we're just going to give updates on what's been going on in our lives. I think there's been a lot of fun and interesting stuff happening. So I will turn it over to Dan and you can start.
Well, still got the jersey here, getting ready for a trip again. I still got my little sign. I love my wife. I forgot to take it off, so I said better keep it on there. But yeah, we're doing great. Well, actually, I was supposed to get the stem cell done. So they take your blood, they put in a machine, they spin it, and you inject that in my knee. Was supposed to be done on Wednesday, and it got canceled because the doctor was sick. But I'm getting it done on this coming Wednesday now, so that'd be fun. I'm very excited, and hopefully I help my knee. And if it works, like I said, if it works, everybody's going to know about it. If it doesn't work, I'll say the same thing. So hopefully it works. And besides that,
it's do or die for the doctor's office, that's for sure.
I know. Hey, I believe my buddy, what's his name, Claude, who suggested me to try that. So hopefully that is going to work. But I'm doing good. Actually this week my knee wasn't as bad as other days because it was kind of dry. So, but yesterday all the rain, I was cramped up, But that's what it is, getting older. And I mean, besides, I'm doing good. I can't complain.
Yeah. What about last night at the French Club?
Oh yeah. The last night was we did a sugar house party at the French Club. It was organized by me, Lynn, and my cousin and his wife Lucy, my cousin Carol. So it was a good turnout, and people we didn't see in a long time were there, and it was rocking. We had a great night, and we had a one-man band. It was phenomenal, and it's a great night. Hang out with people and dance a little bit, and just have a few cocktails. So that's fun. Good fundraiser for the club.
It was our second annual at the new location. So obviously each year you do it, you get better and better at it. And don't forget to give thanks to the crew that was in the back shed, kind of acting as a cabana sick.
Yeah, I know. It's funny because it was raining a lot, so we figured something out to boil the maple to make it like a thicker taffy, so we can put on snow. And so we have an ice machine, and we cut the ice. How you call that?
Shaved ice.
Crush the ice, kind of, and make it like snow. And we put that in a little bowl, and we put maple syrup on it, and it was thick enough. We were able do like a lollipop. So it was very good. It was a good turnout and a great time, like always. And it was so much fun.
And you're supposed to name who was doing the back shed.
Oh yeah, that was Richard Veilleux and Jean-Guy Lachance, and Jean-Guy's son François, who helped a lot. And it's nice to have other people, members, and help us. It's always the same people, and it was great to have other people help us. Like I said, so this is great. And I guess what Lynn and I or other people say, we need other people to get involved in the communities, especially at the French Club, and it was fun. So it was good.
And actually that leads into my next topic, because there's a group, the Guimont family, who many years ago used to come on the Montreal trip with us when we were much younger, and so they were much younger as well. Now we've seen them a couple of times now at events at the French Club, and they want us to put together a cruise for them and for other members of the club that may want to join. So initially they were talking about a cruise to Canada. So I'm envisioning something that's leaving Boston, and goes up around New Brunswick and maybe makes its way to Quebec City and then comes back again. But last night, the woman actually brought me literature to what they're actually looking for, and it's much different. It's a river cruise, and I didn't even realize that they had river cruises within Canada, but going down the St. Lawrence River. So there's a couple of options. Quebec City to Montreal to Kingston, Ontario. Or there's another route which I prefer, which is Ottawa to Montreal to Kingston, Ontario, because, you know, selfishly, if I'm going to do something, I want to see a new place that I've never been before. And I've been all over Quebec, but I've never been to Ottawa before. So I think that would be exciting. So Dad and I were just talking about logistics this morning and how we make this work and how we get from point A to point B back home to make the whole thing happen. But go ahead, Dan, you had something to say.
Yeah, if you go on St. Lawrence River, you're not gonna have all those big waves like on the ocean, you know.
No,
So
it's a river cruise, a calm river cruise. And I'm just thinking to myself, because obviously they could do this on their own. They don't need us to do it, but I think because they've been on bus trips with us before, and have seen that they're successful and they're safe and they've got people around them to, you know, look out for them. These people are quite elderly now, so they probably have a sense of security if they bring some, you know, someone like Dan and I on the trip to make sure they don't run into any problems and make sure everybody's well taken care of. So
You're gonna have to start charging a premium for your work.
yeah,
usually no, we don't take any compensation for it. We go because we like to travel and we like to help people and we like to do things like this. So
that's good.
yeah.
I have something else to talk about. I want to talk about the National Predators. Since Vegas, remember in Vegas when they were supposed to go at the CU2 at the Sphere? Remember then I was telling you that?
Yes.
They were supposed to go to CU2 and the coach Trot, Andrew Brunette and the GM Barry Trotz said, you guys not gonna go to watch U2, the whole team, and they had a big event, so they canceled it. And since then, they didn't lose a game. They did lose a game. They lost 2 games in overtime, but they at least in the last 17 games, they at least had a point. If they had 15 wins, 0 loss, and 2 in overtime. They lost 2 in overtime. So very proud of our cousins. Oh, they're doing good. So I text them this week when they beat Florida, and I text them right after the game, and I think I'm not kidding. 10 minutes after, I got the text. Thanks, Dan. So I'm very excited, and I mean, if you look at their roster, it's not like they have big superstar, but I think they play as a team, and it's exciting to watch them. They won again last night against Detroit. It was 0-0 until 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes in the game, and they scored and they won the game 1-0. So that's awesome. The 2 goalies they got, they're phenomenal. It's nice to watch them, and Max's favorite player, Fosberg, got into a fight. It was funny, he's not even a fighter and he's fighting. It was fun to watch the game, and I was able to watch the French club a little bit on the NHL Network, so it was good. I'm very happy for those guys. So hopefully they can keep it up and have a great run in the playoffs.
Well, speaking of the French club again, we've got an Easter egg hunt to go check out at the club, but sadly Xavier has aged out of it.
Oh,
So it's a turning point in our family's life.
It's not really a turning point in Max and I's life.
it's the family's
Look.
life.
The family, we don't have a 10 and under anymore.
I know. Maybe we should adopt a kid or something.
But we did just end up making plans for Easter. We were going to do something small at home, but we've been invited over to my aunt's house under the condition that I put together the egg hunt for the kids. So, you know, that's right up my alley. So those kids are going to have a good time.
Whose house?
Yeah. Hey, by the way, just
Whose house?
Go ahead, Zoe. Go ahead, Zoe.
Argelin.
Yeah.
Are you going to be next?
When is it?
Next Sunday?
Probably. It's in Coventry, right?
Yeah.
Not that far.
Perfect.
Closer to South Windsor, right?
Yeah.
Closer for him than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that right. So it's awesome. I got a few more things. Xavier's rehabilitation is doing great. if you saw, he's shooting pucks now. He's been shooting pucks, but now he's shooting pucks. Plus, he does off ice training. He trains himself and to get his legs strong, even though he's got the cast on. So yesterday, we went to see his soccer team play at the Bubble East Windsor. And what happened in the morning before, I went to the French Club. I had stuff to do. So I came here, picked him up, and went there. And on the way back, I said, Xavier, did you do your off ice training and stuff like that? He said, yes, Dad, I did. And I said, yeah, right. I said, I promise I did it. So he did it on his own. So I was very happy that he stepped up and just get in shape to be ready to come back to sports, play soccer or of hockey, you know. And so he's a good trooper. I think he learned that from all of us, and that's awesome.
And as of Friday, took his crutches away because the doctor had said a week to a week and a half, and then he wants him walking on it. So I think he was a bit nervous, but Friday he went to school without a crutch. You went in, Dan, to let them know the transition that was happening and that he would be taking the bus home. So he's got more of his normal life is coming back, which is awesome.
Exactly. And what happened, he started walking sideways because it was easier for him to walk. I said, Xavier, you need to walk forward because you're going to end up like Zoe when she was young. Remember, she took the cast off. Zoe was working her foot not straight. She was working like sideways.
Maybe that's why it's so crooked.
Crooked. Remember that, Zoe?
No, because I was 4.
I know, that's what I thought. But yeah, I said, yeah, I don't want you to be like, but obviously what happened, even though you're walking that way, it didn't take too long that everything was fine after, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so that's what's going on with ZB. So he's doing good. Good attitude.
Any more notes for you, Dan?
Well, we have what I had otherwise UConn basketball. They won their first game in the tournament, and again, Friday was packed at the French Club to watch the game. So I guess my ads I put on Facebook works very well. A lot of people told me they came because of my post, so I was very happy, and I'll try to support the club. And it was a good game. Good game. I think they won by 39 actually. So the point spread was 37. They beat it by 2. So that was good. So yeah, UConn is doing great. I think they're playing today at 7:30. I don't know against who, but they're playing tonight. Max?
I think it's Northwestern.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is Northwestern. You're right. So, and I'm in a pool, and I'm in 26th place out of I think 150. So I'm at 20. I get money, so I'm close.
There you go.
Yeah, it's not bad. Then so that's good. And I'll have so people want to join the golf tournament, the French Club on May 18th. And you're welcome to join us. I'm the one organizing it with Irene Gay, so give me a call. I'm doing an ad. First ad we got on Facebook.
All right. Get over to Max. What's been going on with you? I feel like I haven't talked to you this week.
Yeah, I've just been busy. I've been trying to get back into everything because obviously all the classes are like getting back into the swing of everything.
But you saw a good friend at Peg.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna start earlier in the week and then move my way down. You know what I mean?
Okay, Max. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, because I had my classes and stuff. Obviously, Monday to Thursday. In one of my classes on Monday, we were offered to do a either like this big simulation, like a market simulation, where you have to make decisions for like your company, and like then it simulates like how your company performs based on what you did.
That's cool.
So that we were either going to do that or do a final exam. And I got a 97.5 on the first exam. So I opted to take the final instead of doing the project. So like over half the class opted for the final because most of the people did well. So now I have I'm coasting in that class for the end of the year. I know it's kind of lame that we passed up on the simulation because it would have been cool. But the amount of effort and work that went into that, whereas the amount of effort I would have put into just study for a final is vastly different. And I felt more comfortable taking the final. So, and as did most of the class. But if you really wanted us to do it, you wouldn't have offered the opportunity to not do it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like he could have just made us do it. Like it seemed like he was gonna make us do it, and then he just was like, "All right, I'm gonna leave for 5 minutes, and you guys can figure out what you guys want to do." And then
So as a class, you had to come to a consensus?
well, no, and then he came back and he had everyone raise their hand for who wanted to do what. And most of the
Cool.
people that wanted to do the simulation ended up doing poorly on the first exam, so they didn't want to do it. But then but yeah, that was like Monday, and then I've had some, I don't know, just work and projects to work on, you know what I mean? It's toward the tail end of this semester, so a lot of the classes are having a lot of stuff due, so and then on Friday, obviously I was watching the the basketball game. We I don't know, around 1 p.m. I started drinking.
Oh boy.
I had a good day on Friday. We went over to one of my like friends' house. Not directly mine, but like a good friend of my friend, and he's like he's right off of Separatist, which is like pretty close to everything. It's like it was like maybe a 5 minute walk to get to Ted's from there. Because
Okay.
we
Yeah.
went to his place, had a few drinks, and then walked over to the bar. And when we showed up, the game hadn't started yet. It was supposed to start at 2:45. That thing didn't start till like 3:15.
You're right.
I was like, we're sitting there like, what the hell's going on?
Overtime.
I saw some of the like D1 hockey guys at the bar. D'Agostino was there, Jake Black was there. I didn't talk to them, but they were at the bar. It was so crowded too, so it just didn't make sense. And I don't like cutting through, like pushing through people to get through to places. And like, so we were standing in some spot, and I had a decent view of the TV, but I was kind of right by one of the doors where they were coming in, and people were kept shoving their way into there, and there's like no room. There's no room. So me and two of my buddies were like, "All right, f this. We're leaving the bar. We're gonna go to a different place because my roommate's sisters were all at Square Peg in downtown. So we're like, you know what? Like, we'll go over there. Like, if there's room for us to sit down and like get food, because we were all hungry. Because it was supposed to be a barbecue at the friend's house before, but he did not have enough food for everyone. There was maybe
Uh,
a couple burgers, a couple hot dogs. I don't want to take the stuff like
Yeah.
he paid for it, so I'm not gonna jut in and take that crap from him. But I was hungry, so we went to Square Peg and got some pizzas, the three of us. And Marina Leonard was our server, which was I was like I was pretty drunk at the time, so I called her Katie by accident. I was because I was just like racking my brain. I'm like, oh my god, like I'm like remembering like that whole part of my life that I not that I've forgotten about it, but it's just like you don't think about it every day, so it's like
Yeah,
kind of a fragment in the past.
that's so cool. You spent a lot of hours at the Leonard's house when you were
Yeah,
younger.
I know a lot
And
of time.
him and him here as well.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, it was cool. Obviously she's working and it was really packed, so I talked to her for a little bit, and then because we got like a pitcher of beer because it was happy hour, so it was pretty cheap. It was like $12 or something for a nice
That's
pitcher. So it was like
yeah.
4 beers in it, like pretty good. We got Miller Lite, and then we got like a spicy margarita pizza. It was pretty good.
Is that a new restaurant in downtown Stores?
It's fairly new. I mean, it's been around for a little while now. I mean, I don't know if it's been open for more than a year, but they've been opening new locations. That's a chain. There's one in
Yeah,
Vernon. So
yeah, I saw the Vernon one just opened. I've been to
kind
the one
of
in Glastonbury.
the Vernon one's kind of in a crappy spot though. It's like
Hmm,
it's like in a old Taco Bell. It looks like it's an old fast food chain that it used to be.
Yeah,
got it.
It's nice, but I mean, when I went, it was like not super late, but it was after Devin's shift at Elmo's, so
Yep,
sometime after 9.
yeah.
And there was like four of us there because two of his employees were not employees, but two of
coworkers.
his coworkers that he works with were there with us, and we were like maybe 4 of 6 people, and then we were like doubled by the amount of staff that was there. Like it was. I mean, I
That's
understand, but like it was. I not that I need a bunch of people to have a good time, but I like a little ambiance at a place that I'm going at. You know, not everyone to be able to just hear what you're talking about because you're only people talking.
Exactly.
But yeah, we were watching that basketball game, and then I was like, "This shit's boring as fuck. We're killing them."
Yeah.
I barely watched it. Like you're celebrating, and the other team's down 30. Like what's there to cheer about when your team's winning by that much? Like all right, like this one's over. Like it's
Yeah.
done. Before the first half was over, you knew the game was over. The other team's not coming back from that down that much. Especially with how
No,
good defensively the team is. So
no, no excitement
yeah,
there at all.
yeah, I was talking with my friends and we were like, if UConn doesn't win, it's because we beat ourselves. You know what I mean? Like we're it seems like from what the games that I've watched, we're far and away the best team. Like like this is the best regular season UConn basketball team in a long time.
Do
And
they have viewing parties at Gamble Pavilion or not?
not for the first round. They did
Okay.
I don't know if they had it for the Final Four because we were in Montreal last year, but they did for the national championship.
Okay.
Don't forget, if they make it to the Final Four, we're going to be in Montreal.
Yeah, it's gonna be on the
Again.
6th.
Yeah, so hopefully they do the same as last year.
Yeah.
That game is on Saturday night after Habs game.
Yeah, it was perfect.
It was amazing.
That'll be fun. But
We'll have to see, obviously.
the odds are slim.
Yeah. But and then yeah, we ended up going to my roommate's sister's place that it's like downtown. It's like maybe a stone's throw away from Square Peg. And we hung out there for a little while, watched like the tail end of that game, and then ended up going back home. And then we ended up going back later for like a pregame for them to go to the bar, but I wasn't going to the bar. I wanted to go back home. We hung out with some friends. We had a good night on Friday.
Cool.
Good.
And yesterday was a recovery day. I didn't do anything. It was pouring, and I was hungover, and I was laying in my bed for most of the day.
Wow. You'll never get that back.
No.
So Zoe, fill us in on what's been happening on your side of the country.
Yeah. Well, good morning to everyone since it's a morning for me. If anyone ever wonders if I look tired on the podcast, it's because it's 2 hours earlier here for me. Things are going well. Very busy week at work. Sorry, there's a lot of birds flying by the window. Week 2 of 3 for training my staff members has been completed. I was very tired this week. Waking up at 5:30 a.m. Really started getting to me. So I did a lot of sleeping after work. Let's see, on Wednesday night, Johnny and I had our pottery class, and that was our 4th time doing it. I have a picture of something I made. I can show all of you guys, but I've been making a lot of bowls.
Those are all going to be you to take home?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So the bowls have been coming out pretty nice. I probably have like 6 bowls made this so far, maybe some cups too. So next week, on this Wednesday, we're gonna go back to class and we will be working on glazing all of our pieces, and then we'll just be bringing them home afterwards. So that this will be our last class this week.
I do have a question for you, because I was looking at a class here at the Connecticut Valley Brewery to make a mug similar to what you're doing. But how do you care for that when you bring it home? Is it like hand wash only? Can't go in the microwave?
I mean, I don't have one right next to me, but typically I don't put it in the dishwasher. I do put them in the microwave.
Okay.
You need to make sure you just have like a food safe glaze on it.
Okay.
Then it's fine to be used for food products.
Cool. I might try that out myself as one of my 52 things this year, because May is coming up quickly. I got a lot of numbers to get done.
So is this like 52 new things that you're doing?
Well, yeah, well, no, 52 self-care things for myself.
Okay.
Could range
Yeah.
from doing the aerial yoga that I tried last week to taking a pottery class,
Nice. Yes.
Yeah,
So training's been going really well for work, which is great. I will be overseeing 17 staff members this summer.
that's you.
It I directly oversee a third of those people, and then the other 2/3 are technically like also under other people, though if I were to see something, I would also have the right to say something.
Zoe, are you gonna just work in the office? Are you gonna drive the van, those vans sometimes, the buses? Or are you just work in the office the whole summer?
I'm a lead educator, which means I make sure the ship is steering. I make sure the ship is steering properly,
Okay.
meaning I go shadow people.
Okay.
Ideally, I'm not running programs because then I can't actually oversee people. Though I do run programs
Okay.
once a week instead of every day.
I got you. That's
Because
cool.
if I'm in the field every day, then I can't get my job done.
Yeah.
But I'm still doing my job because I have to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then I would be working like insane hours.
Yeah. Nice. Oh,
Sorry,
Max,
Max's camera
Max, we
went
got
off.
Max. We got
So yeah, then on what was it? On Thursday, I had my last hockey game of the season because we ended up losing. I was skating out,
okay.
and there was only 8 skaters. I thought I was gonna die. Well, it's really hard to play with only 8 skaters. That's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I commend a team if they play with 8 skaters. 3
yeah.
people on the bench, you're like, somebody goes to change and you're like, well, actually I can't change because like everybody else just went and changed.
Yeah.
So I'll just like coast. We lost in a shootout, so the other team had 11 skaters. We just had so many subs that we weren't allowed to have more because
Okay.
we actually had 2 other people that were ready to play hockey, ready to get dressed in the they were in the locker room with us, and we had to tell them that they could not skate with us.
Oh my.
Yeah, because you can only have a certain amount of subs.
I mean, that's pretty tight on that league, I guess. It's not beer hockey league then.
Yeah, it's almost serious. They do drafts.
Yeah,
Zoe,
there's 750 skaters in the Whitefish Hockey Association.
Wow.
wow, that's a
Interesting.
lot.
Well, that's also including goalies, but
Yeah, but still, it's a lot of people, Zoe.
yeah, I know. I'm very aware. So that game was at 10:45 and we ended up losing, and honestly, it's fine. Like, I don't need the sorry, I'm going to
Bless you.
thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was just kind of like I was honestly upset with certain people that just didn't like if you're not going to make any of the games in the season, you should just sub.
Hmm.
And we had players just I mean one person got injured, so like
Yeah, that
no
happened.
harm to that, like that sucks. That's not on them. It's not like they didn't want to come.
Exactly.
But there's definitely some people that, came to half the games and then did not come to the other half. And I'm like,
Hard
dude,
demand.
yeah, I was not a captain. But then on Friday, I played some more hockey. I played in net because I have a tournament next weekend that I'm trying to prepare for, where I'll be playing goalie. It's like a high level A/B tournament. There is some politics behind it that I'm a little bit upset about right now. because they're claiming that it's an A/B level tournament. So 2 whitefish teams were submitted for the tournament, and I was told I should try to do about 50-50 A/B level players, and I am the captain on one of the teams. So I, I'm putting the team together, and I'm getting a lot of responses from A League players saying that they're already on the other team. I'm like, this isn't adding up. There's like I contacted like 10 people, and a lot of them said they were on the other team. And I'm like, well, there's only 14 people total, including a goalie. Like, now I'm starting to have question marks in my head as to how many A League skaters are on the other team versus B League skaters. Any guess? Anyone have a guess?
0 B League skaters on that team.
1.
That's lame.
So the
That-
first game of the tournament, we are playing against that team.
So
That's
we'll,
BS.
And I'm telling you guys right now, I might drop the gloves. Like if it turns No, I'm not joking
I'm
because
gonna watch that game.
I'm not joking because I'm a little bit upset about, first off, like, yeah, I don't want to get too much into it because I will be I'm on the tournament committee. I like
You should
like I'm
know.
just I'm
work,
pretty pissed off that they're using the verbiage saying it's an A/B level tournament if it's not. It's
Yeah.
okay if it's not, but just name it what it is, that it's
Mhm.
another A League tournament, okay? That's the
Yeah.
bottom line. That's what it is. If you want it to be a B level tournament as well, you need to actually have the tournament
well-
director who is on the other team. The tournament director needs to set a standard for every team to follow, not just the other team because he wants to win. So this podcast, I don't know if he will hear. It's fine. I hope he does not hear this because I'm about to blow it up after the tournament anyways, because I can't do anything right now.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I just have this information and I'm just sitting here like, so I'm going to get my ass kicked all weekend.
Now, Zoe, you're gonna stop everything. You're gonna win it. You're gonna beat them 1-0.
I will try my hardest. I might wear a tutu on the ice. Like I might just like majorly make them feel like I don't give a shit in a good way. Like I do really care, but I want them to know that this is
Not right.
for fun. No, I'm doing this for fun, and like maybe I've heard I have the best locker room team. Like a
Better.
lot of people are like really excited to come hang out with my team. They're like, we're gonna come fangirl for you guys. You're all like really nice people. Like I didn't get that guy's not on my team. Purposely.
You didn't get the what? You didn't get the
What?
You were about to say assholes.
The other team has a few assholes on it that yeah. But on it, like it will be a good weekend of hockey, though. Like the A League players on my team, which are all great people, they're all like, yeah, we're gonna get like they're like we're just based. They know the other roster too, and it's kind of unfair in my opinion. But
There should have
hey,
been like a
it's
draft
fine.
or something.
I should have a draft, yeah.
No, it's all politics.
No, I'm
Like,
just saying, like in an ideal scenario, reasonable people would just do a draft and you split everyone down the middle.
there's too many skaters. A League and B League, like
You just
listen to that. A League, there's 4 or 5 teams, and each team has, let's say, 12 people on it. So now we're looking at roughly 50 skaters in A League and then 50 in B League.
Why don't they just have 2 levels? They have an A League tournament and a B League tournament.
That's a great idea that they're not doing right now because A League already has another tournament. They have the Smash and Bash. That's
Yeah.
why this is supposed to be like below that level.
Yep.
Also including B League skaters. I played in the tournament last year And this year I was like, I don't think anyone's going to ask me to play, so I'm going to make the team myself and I'm going to play. It's kind of a power move being a B League. Well, I play with a lot of A skaters, so I feel like I'll be fine. I just hope yeah. We're upset. A few of us, I'm upset about it, and I'm gonna make sure people know after that I'm upset. But I'm not gonna do it now because there's nothing. What's it gonna do? People are gonna find out that I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Play it out how it goes.
Yeah, and then I did some babysitting Friday night, and yesterday, I actually almost missed the podcast because I didn't remember what about it.
I called you and you didn't answer, so we're like, well, we lost Xavier, now we lost Zoe. So
No, the only reason I remembered is because I actually woke up around 7 this morning, and I looked at my phone and I saw the texts. And
okay.
so I went back to I went and set an alarm for like 8:25, and then I went back to bed. And because Johnny and I kind of partied last night, which neither of us really, we like Ubered home from Whitefish.
Wow.
That's a
Yeah.
long.
It was like $30, so it was
But-
worth it though.
Well, you don't- Go ahead, Zoe.
No one was coming from like going to Columbia Falls. People were either in Whitefish or they were going to Kalispell, so it was fine.
So
Yesterday,
what caused you to cut loose yesterday?
well, yesterday Johnny had the Dream Adaptive Shred-a-thon. He was doing a ski trick for everybody who what is it called? Donated to his page. He ended up getting over $500.
Was that my trick that you sent to me?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, but I airdropped myself a video if anyone would like to see Johnny do a trick.
Yeah.
I could.
What was I?
Just coming back.
I saw Chantel donated over $100.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
Yeah. Then people were very generous and so nice that they donated for a cause, and it was a great one. You know, people they can't ski, you know, and it was nice that what Johnny did to those people. It's just that, right, Lynn?
No, it's not that people can't ski. It's that they just need a little bit of extra support to do that.
Exactly. I meant, yeah. Sorry, you're right, Zoe.
Sorry, I accidentally went out of the page.
Oh, okay.
So this is just an example. It was a lot of fun. Overall, we had a great time. But this was kind of, oh, Max, you need to
How do
allow
I
me to do screen sharing.
how do I do that?
I don't know. That's fine. If you can enable it, that would work.
I just don't see where the drop down is. Oh, there it is. yeah.
Okay. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, Lynn, I like your
See.
Yeah, you should be able to.
shirt, Lynn.
Thank you.
Can you do it?
Please grant browser access. It's fine. I won't be able to do it.
All right.
Yeah, so Johnny and I spent the day recording ski tricks for everybody who donated money. As I mentioned, he got made over $500, so thank you to everybody who donated.
He reached his goal.
See.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he surpassed his goal, and it was a really fun day. The conditions were terrible, at least on the area of the mountain we were skiing at, because it was not good where we were. So I really wish I could show you a video. I wonder if I can just show you on my phone.
Yeah, just put it.
It would be terrible. It's going to be terrible, but
Put it closer. Yeah.
this we've got Johnny coming down, and he's about to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
over this board. He's got his fairy wings on. Yeah. Oh, and
We
he's
saw
going
it.
again.
Oh my God. They it's so funny.
Yeah, he had a nice little costume on. He was wearing ski blades at one point.
I did see those.
That's him with yeah, do you see them? Look
Yeah.
at this. They're like a foot long.
Yeah.
um yeah, it was fun. We just kind of messed around. There was food provided, which was great. I've been gluten free for about 3 weeks now, so it's been going well. In
Have you no-
Montreal, I'm gonna stick to it as much as possible. Um, and then what is it called? And then I'm still gonna eat poutine. So
Those
well,
mommies.
have some gluten in it. Have you noticed a difference eating that way?
I definitely think that I need to stop having dairy, and maybe drinking, because those two probably make me feel like crap.
Well,
Um,
everybody feel like crap.
yeah,
Just ask Max.
I know.
Hey,
Where's
I
Matt?
made it home and I didn't black out, so and I didn't puke. That's a win.
Yeah, well, me too. Both things. Um, yeah, so I ended up having a hockey. What?
What were you drinking?
Well, I'll get there. I wasn't drinking at that point. Um, I ended up leaving the event at like 3 because I was playing in a women's 3v3 hockey tournament. It's like you're playing with pond hockey nets and you're only using like one zone.
Yeah.
So there's like borders up at the on the blue line, and we're just like playing in the small area. It was a ton of fun. My team, we were all drafted based on these little these little um things that we responded about ourselves, not based on our names. They kind of like got your level of hockey you play, and then they got your what song you would have play if you were a WWE player, um as your entrance song.
God.
So I put like the one song I always will play lately, before a hockey game. And like people, like, I knew a few people know that's like the song I play. So I think I ended up being the first pick.
Because they could tell it was you.
Yeah.
What song?
Fat Bottom Girls by Queen.
Yeah.
So then we start having pudding shots, and then I'm drinking cider, and Johnny eventually shows up. So I was playing a lot of hockey, and eventually my team played really well. I think we ended up coming in like third place out of 5 teams, which is kind of perfect. I don't need to win. I'm there to have fun. um Johnny shows up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock at the rink, pretty toasted. And I was like, oh no. Like, I was planning on drinking tonight too. And he's in his fairy costume still. It was really fun, and I'm like coming to the bench like in between periods. There's 3 8-minute periods with a minute in between, and he's going to like run and grab me a pudding shot in between the periods. He ended up watching maybe 2 of our games, and then the hockey team, or like the women, we had rented the locker room through the rest of the night. So then we're playing drinking games, which I don't play many drink. I was a little bit earlier. I started looking at the pictures on my phone. They're pretty interesting. They're pretty funny. But you can see us playing drinking games. I have the hat on.
Ah, that
and
was
then
you.
and then yeah, Johnny's like taking pictures of us.
Move it that way. Yeah, there we go.
More.
Yeah,
No, it's fine.
that's fine now. That's funny.
Yeah, it just keeps getting like
How many people?
We're drunk.
yeah, here.
That
They
And,
really
like-
got that on your head.
Are you rent the
What?
locker room, man?
It was a lot of fun.
Never heard of
It-
anybody renting a locker room
I
before.
know, me too.
yeah, Johnny ended up starting playing the games with us because he was like everybody loves him, so he's joining in. Like we would often like be a player short on one of the teams playing Flip Cup, and he would join in on the other team. And then we're like, okay, there's no late night food in Whitefish. It's the most upsetting thing in my whole life. At like 11 p.m., all of us were like, so we're like, there's nowhere we can go eat now.
Correct.
Like it's like the end of the world. Not to be like dramatic, but you want to know where I can go get something to eat is the grocery store. And that's not really the place that you show up and go eat something at 11 p.m., you know? So we ended up going out to a bar, and Johnny and I both got water, and then we left like 20 minutes later and got an Uber home. It was just like I'm hungry. Like I just want to eat food. There's nowhere that serves food late.
That's too bad.
So Whitefish really, I think there's a huge market for like the Friday, Saturday night, late night, like 11, let's say 10 p.m. to like 2 a.m. at least.
Hmm.
So very frustrating, but
There you
maybe
go.
they'll change their stuff.
Thought for a new idea for you.
And you're not gonna have a problem in Montreal.
I know, but we're gonna. Johnny said to me like, "Oh, if nothing's happening, I'm gonna fall asleep." I was like, "Well, I'll make sure something's happening." Yeah, Max, that's what he said to me. I was like, we're gonna stay up till like 5 a.m." He was like, "Yeah, right." I'm,
He's like,
I'm
no.
like John. I'm like Johnny. I'm serious. Like, I don't think
Especially on
he's seen. Yeah, I don't. I just don't know if he's seen a city in that manner before. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't stop. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So, I mean, if
Yeah,
Whitefish the food closes at that time, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Good, Zoe. Good stories for sure.
Yeah. Well, it was super great connecting with any of you. Anything that needs to be said before we close out? Go ahead, Dan.
I'm gonna have a job interview tomorrow. So tomorrow at noon. So it's been interesting. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I have a job interview, so I'm very excited about it. So I mean, time to go back to work, and it was nice. It's nice to be home and get shit done. But I mean, it gets. I'm the kind of guy who needs to be interacting with people, and when you're home alone, sometimes it's a bit hard. So they're excited. Hopefully, it works. If it doesn't work, it's fine. I'm fine with it too. But it's a job opportunity. So thank you. My friend will help me a lot with that. So, but we'll see how it goes. Tomorrow, I'm going.
I'm sure they're going to love you.
Oh well, I'm a people person, so that kind of work I'm looking at, that's going to help a lot. So I think I'd be great, and I have to learn a lot of. I don't know all this old stuff, but know what? I know a lot of it, but there's some stuff I don't know. But you know what? You learn, and you get better at it, and I think it'll be a great opportunity for me.
Love
Awesome.
that.
Keep posted.
Yes, I will. I'll make sure like next week you'll know more. Sure.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Everybody,
Yep.
have a wonderful week. We will see you again next week.
I see the balloon. He looks good with the abs, right?
Yeah.
Love you guys.
All right. Love you too.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.